We've all been there, right? You want that super glossy, healthy looking hair, but every time you try a new product, you just end up with this greasy mess. Well, what if I told you there's a way to get all that shine with none of the grease? That's what we're breaking down today. All right, so let's get right into it. The old school advice was always, oh, your hair's dull, just pile on the shine serums and oils. But that just kicks off this really frustrating cycle, doesn't it? You're chasing that beautiful, healthy glow, and you just wind up looking, well, oily. Oh man, this quote just hits so close to home. You put on a product, you're expecting this amazing reflective shine, and instead, you look like you could fry an egg on your head. This quote from hairbrushy.com, it absolutely nails that feeling. It is a struggle we have all been through. So, this is where it gets really interesting. This is the question that kind of flips the script. What if we've been going about this all wrong? What if piling on all those oils is just a band-aid, a temporary fix that completely ignores what really creates shine? And boom, here's the answer. The real secret, it's not oil. It's not about coating your hair in something. It's about getting water inside the hair strand. And this is the key part, keeping it there. We're talking about true hydration, from the inside out. Okay, so let's break down the science a little bit, but don't worry, it's super simple. The big idea here is water retention. Just picture a single strand of your hair. It's kind of like a tiny sponge. When that sponge is full of water, when it's hydrated, the outside layer, which is called the cuticle, lays down all nice and flat and smooth. And that leads directly to this. It's honestly just basic physics. When that hair's surface is smooth, it acts like a mirror. Light hits it and bounces right back. And that's what we see as shine. But when your hair is dry, that cuticle is all rough and raised up, so light scatters everywhere, and it just looks dull. And this is such a good point from Mish. It's not enough to just buy hydrating products. It's about how you use them. The order is everything. That's what determines if all that good moisture actually stays in your hair or if it just disappears into thin air. So you're probably asking, okay, what is this magic order then? Let's get right to it. We're going to walk through a really simple 3-step routine that's all about locking in that water for a shine that actually lasts. All right, here is the game plan. Step 1, your hair needs to be damp. Then you go in with a water-based serum. Think of this as the step where you're adding the water. Step 2, you need to seal that water in. You do that with a lightweight, silicone-free leave-in. And finally, step 3, grab a gentle brush and just work those products through nice and evenly, so you're not yanking or breaking your hair. I love this quote because it's the perfect way to think about it. It's just like skincare. You would never, ever put a thick face oil on before your watery hyaluronic acid serum, would you? Of course not. You layer from thinnest to thickest to trap all the good stuff in. Your hair works the exact same way. Okay, but here's the thing. This whole routine, it only works if you're using the right stuff. This is where you have to get a little bit nerdy and start reading ingredient labels. You gotta know who the good guys are and who the bad guys are that are secretly sabotaging your hair. So let's meet the players. In the hydration's helpers corner, you've got your humectants, things like glycerin and hyaluronic acid. These guys are amazing. They're like little moisture magnets that literally pull water out of the air and stick it right onto your hair. But then, you've got the hydration hijackers. These are things like harsh, stripping alcohols that just suck the life out of your hair, or heavy silicones that build up and block any moisture from getting in. And this quote is just perfect. It really shows you why there's no one-size-fits-all solution for hair. I mean, sure, if you've got a super oily scalp, maybe those stripping alcohols are fine. But for the rest of us, especially if your hair is already dry, they're an absolute disaster. They will literally turn your hair into the Mojave Desert. Not a good look. Okay, so let's bring it all home. Now that you have all this info, you can actually build a routine, a whole toolkit that's simple but super effective because it gives your hair what it's been crying out for this whole time: water. So here's your final checklist, your new go-to guide. Always start with a water-based serum on damp hair. Always lock it in with a lightweight leave-in. Get in the habit of scanning those labels for bad alcohols. And don't forget the basics. Be gentle with your brush, do a deep conditioner once a week, and try to back off on the constant washing and heat styling. And the best part, you'll know it's working because you won't just see it, you'll feel it. Your hair won't feel crunchy or brittle anymore. It'll be soft, it'll have that nice spring back to it, that amazing shine you see in the mirror. That's just a bonus. It's the outside showing you how healthy your hair is on the inside. So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. For years, we've been told to feed our hair with oils, with butters, with heavy creams. But what if that was the wrong idea? What if your hair wasn't hungry? What if it was just thirsty? If you can make that one little shift in how you think about it, from feeding to hydrating, you might just be on your way to the best hair of your life.